Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day I'm going to show you guys around. Keep in mind, I have teenagers, so my house is never perfect. This is Kitty Baguette. We have a kitty loaf you guys have probably seen in other videos. I'll see if I can show her. Kitty Baguette is our tortoise shell that we adopted from a local shelter a couple years ago, and she is crazy with energy. Do not let those yawns fool you. She's been up all night keeping us awake. Here we have Loaf in her natural habitat, sleeping on her favorite vintage blue wool blanket I got her. Oh, good morning, Kitty Loaf. Moving right along, I'm going to show you guys my tea beverage bar. It's kind of hard to get it all in. So we've got this large piece of furniture bar we got during COVID off Marketplace, I know, and 2 cabinets, and then my boyfriend built custom shelves, which we've talked about taking the cabinets out and continuing the shelves on down, but who knows what we're gonna do. So let's go in a little bit closer. Okay, I figure we'll start off with what's inside. Don't judge me or come for me, okay? First of all, there's a box of stuff that I have to rotate out constantly because I want to have all the things and there's not enough room. So in here, we pretty much have David's tea samples that go pretty deep back to the old school ones. Tea Forte, it's all Tea Forte loose leaf. Forget I have those actually. Squeezed in here is a whole bunch of T2 boxes I've never even drank. Whistling tea kettle all shoved in here. Actually, I'm going to leave one of those out. I'll forget about those. A community I never got to drink. I know. And some other random tea samples in there. In the next drawer, we have Savoy tea on this side. Love Savoy tea. They are based here in Arkansas. Some Hardy & Sons, some T2. Over here is a fun box of randomness. It's so packed full. A lot of times my SIPSBY teas go in here. Adagio. I mean, it's jam-packed. Like, down here, I've got some boxed individual portions from Adagio. And then some of my brew boxes are in here. In the last one, it is all Adagio. I have them divided between, I believe, those are blacks and herbal. And these are larger bags and whites over here. This drawer is so full. We are so full. Ugh. All right, inside of here, it opens up into 3 cabinets. Can you see why I've been putting off this video? I have, during COVID, there was some tea talk, like Mayleaf did a video on, it may be hard to get tea and matcha this year because, you know, everyone got sick and it affected crops over there, etc., etc. So I bought up a 1-pound bag of the J-Leaf Matcha ceremonial grade matcha, just in case. I've got this is all just matcha. Butterfly pea flower so I can make my matcha blue. 3-leaf matcha, which I love. And this is from the Asian market, some David's Tea Grand Cru. This is not Adagio, this is crap matcha. I've been planning on doing a video showing you guys the difference in that. So I keep my matchas, and I've got some Neo Tea sample matcha. I've been meaning to horizontally try, which means try them all across each other. Somehow this French press ended up in here. This is some matcha teaware. This is a Hardy & Sons, HARIO, David's Tea, my J-Leaf matcha shot shaker. And down here, an array of matcha bowls that I have collected. This drawer, always got to kind of hit it like you're mad at it. I bought this, somebody refinished this. And we got it off Marketplace. In here, I've got my collection of Adagio Fandom tins. Again, I have not got around to drinking that. Extra tea supplies, straws, matcha whisk, lids, sifters, filters, you name it, it's in here. Okay, easy though. In here is a mix of David's tea, some local Abby's teas and things. She is online. Check her out at Abby Tea. Highly recommend. And some old Teavana and some Brookshires. That's like a local grocery store. And down here is some box sets like T2, some extra glitter and gold I ordered forever ago. I should do a giveaway. Just box sets in there. Alright, so that is the bottom. So now up here, it doesn't matter how hard I try to clean this and keep it clear, it just doesn't happen. I've got a straw holder, some Starbucks cups. I love French presses for tea. Back there I've got some K-cup pods. I was drinking some Blueberry Blizzard from David's Tea in my iced tea press. Normally my boyfriend keeps his energy packets in there, but we found out the teenagers were sneaking them, so I had to take that out. My matcha whisk, normally mix up cream in there. My HARIO LARGO tea drippers, I keep those out. This is the Dash mint kettle, and I realize I have not done a video on that, so I need to do that. The Brentwood coffee maker, which I have a review on. The Bella Keurig style coffee maker, which I need to do a video on. You guys have seen the Brentwood iced tea maker. This is the HADINEON milk frother I'm about to plug into my station. And this is all pumpkin spice in here. Even pumpkin pie spice to put on top of lattes. Up here, I've just got some extra coffee Hannah and I are working on. All pumpkin spice, of course. Up here, I just have two little signs. They kind of look random. I don't really like the way it looks, but the tea wall is so full. I have a little blue shelf to kind of add a little bit more space because I have so much stuff in here. I keep my spoons, my wood tools, other little random tea tools I've ended up with. I have a special spot for my jade leaf matcha lattes. I love the glow. In here, I keep like my SIPSBY and extra like filter bags I get. Up here are mainly my tools. I've got handheld frothers. I've got large mixing spoons. A lot of these I get from like resale shops. Filters. My mom's been finding me these little T-ball strainers and a jigger, which sometimes I use to measure syrups. I've got my tried and true Veva milk frother there. This one's cool because it comes out. I should probably do a video on that one too. Over here, we found this spoon holder at a Goodwill, painted it blue, and as you can see, it holds some of my spoons and fits nicely on the side of the cabinet. I'm not going to go through all these, but I will pan through them. We have Harney & Sons mixed with T2 and some others in there. This one is mainly glass jars. My daughter bought a whole bunch of those little babies off Amazon because of a TikTok, so one lives in there. Some random sprinkles. I mean, I try to keep it clean, and if you guys see confetti, if you watch my other video, my boyfriend's birthday was last week, and we are still cleaning confetti out. Some more. Let me move this down here. Some more glass jars. Love that Paromi. It is good. And randomly things will go up here like Pusheen. Then I believe this whole shelf is David's tea. Let me turn the light on. You can't really see because we're about to get into what's up here, but that's all David's tea. These are David's tea mega tins, but that's not what all is in there. Like that one has Adagio in it. That one's got Tea Forte Blueberry Merlot, Bella Luna Blue. And then we have more teas just stacked wherever they can fit. More confetti. Savoy tea. Oh my goodness. Pumpkin muffin is my favorite. Their birthday cake is good, and Carousel Dreams are my favorites. And when my mom comes over, she's got a special little spot for her coffee. So, bringing you guys onto the top, I have my matcha display. I've got lots of matchas in the can. I keep the bags down, you know, in the cabinet. But this is my jars, because if I see them, I will drink them. Now, what you can't see is behind here is an entire wall of, see if I could do this, like green teas, Teawares, things like that. These were in my room, and you guys are going to see that space in a minute. So back behind here is, let me see, it's just packed with like jarred teas. And then this is stuff that's just ended up here, and I just haven't found a space for it. We've got tumblers, teas. We did a coffee haul, so I don't have space for that. So that's what all that is. This is always a mess. No matter how much I try, it kind of is a landing spot. Inside of the first cabinet, we kind of have my tea for ones in here, mainly from T2. There's some other tidbits in there. And sometimes I forget, like I forgot I had this pink cup. And I'll show you guys on the second shelf some more tea. Well, that's actually tea for two. Some assorted mugs, teapots, things like that. These are my more fancy things. My tea penguin, he's back there. And on the third shelf, as you can see, everything is pretty much Jenga in here. My Opulence Ombre set from T2, that pink set, is pretty much stored down in here. I've got a whole teapot hiding back in there. And the bottom is mainly David's tea and different tea tumblers, presses, whatever I can squeeze down in there is in there. Moving on to cabinet 2 is mainly glassware and this cool little, he looks like a pool floaty. My boyfriend got me that last Christmas. I love it. I've got some bigger carafes and things like that in there. On the second shelf, mainly teapots. I've got some of my Hall teapots in there and others. T-spot teapots, I love those. Third shelf, same thing. Got that authentic Brown Betty Christmas pudding teapot my boyfriend got me last year. And I cannot wait to break that out in November. She's going to be out on display all November. So just different teapots. And then down here, because these got so heavy, they were actually like bowing the shelves, are all my David's tea mugs, teapots. Sorry, not teapots. Tea mugs and other assorted mugs, like that one's from the tea spot. And they're just kind of down in there. I'm not even going to begin to dig those out. So, that's what that looks like. Moving on into the bedroom, more embarrassingly, these are some of what I have to review. And I've got a whole nother stack in the living room. But if you come over here, I have this little kind of buffet hutch I got at TJ Maxx I was telling you guys about. In here, I keep just things that wouldn't fit in the cabinet, like these Jolly teapots wouldn't fit. So more of my complete tea sets are in here. And those are some vintage blue cups. I've got some Royal Albert, some Pusheen. Looks like that fell over. My Tea Forte sets. I've got another blue set back there. So, yeah. So I keep, like I said, more of my complete tea sets. Like if family's coming over or something like that, I've squeezed those into here. Okay, moving on to my desk area. This is always a cluttered mess, no matter how much I try. So we have a his and her desk. Don't look at his desk, okay? All right, we'll start over here. Let me push my chair in. So here I have a little shelf I got at a flea market. And it holds all my Gishing teapots and specialty Gongfu teapots. I like to display those. Got my Sleeping Beauty mask right there. I made those pink gnomes, and they're just up there with a little pink teacup. And then, moving on to the desk, this changes all the time. All the time. So, we mainly have my writing stuff on this side. I like to send snail mail, so I've got some cards and stuff in there. I keep my Mayleaf stuff right there because I use it so much. Mainly just different teapots, things like that. My flight set for trying different stuff. Gong Dao base hidden way up there. I just don't know what to do with those at this point. And then on the top shelf we have little mini teapots and Gongfu tea sets. More vintage creamers that I use as Gong Dao bays. If you guys don't know, my daughter and I do the flea market business, so I come across those a lot. And I'll just pan through and show you guys different Asian teapots, tea sets, Gongfu sets, things like that. I've got we'll look behind there. There's some Korean teacups, those two. We're getting into my gawons. Got this little Asian girl we got. Like her. If you don't know, my mom is from Korea. Getting into my teacups. Those are actually Pioneer Woman dip bowls, and they work perfect as Gongfu teacups. And some of my gawon collection, I do have a shelf in mind that I want to get to display all these gawons. So hopefully I can do that, save up for that, because it's quite pricey in the next few months. Some to-go tea sets. Alright, so let me pan back out. So that's kind of the shelf up here, just assorted Teawares, things like that. Over here, just a picture of me and my boyfriend pre-COVID, before I put on so much weight. I mean, I was chunky anyway, but baskets of most used teas. A lot of these are Adagio, so I've got whites and greens in that basket. Chapsticks, my little water pitcher, and pu'ers, oolongs, a little base, my tripod, and then some wooden boxes that you can travel with. So there's that. And just random stuff ends up on my desk. Here's a little lamp. My new little turbis I posted. I've got my Ember mug. Let me come over here and see if I can. This is, you know, your tea presentation vessel. This is a vintage Fiesta creamer, and I actually use it as a Gong Dao bay. In here, I actually bought this for a couple dollars at a Goodwill, painted it, and it now holds, like, that's some May leaf, some of the more higher-end Gongfu samples. Will this one open? I painted this. Oh, and I've got some, that's right, I keep some little tea bags for when I'm writing letters. And, you know, I can just pull those out. This pebble, we were talking about how penguins, male penguins, will propose to a female penguin by a pebble. So my boyfriend gave me that pebble. We're not officially engaged, but it's there, you know, for when the time is right. This is my light up mirror he got me last Christmas. I love this thing. It's all on Amazon. It has 3 different settings. It is bright. I like it because it's so slim, you know. I have my 2 kettles that I use all the time. The MR.COFFEE kettle. I've had this bad boy for 3-4 years, maybe, something like that. Love him. Use him every day. This is the AICOOK kettle. You guys have not seen that because I've been using it before I review it. I'm fixing to put out my Joku kettle you guys saw me do. I have to rewire it. I have to take everything off. And on this IKEA desk, this back lifts up. And I have to rewire everything through the little hidden box. So I'm going to do that. In here, I just have, this is again just a little shelf. I got it at Goodwill. And see if I can show you guys inside. I just keep my little Adagio add-in spices in here. These used to be in a kit. If you're in the Adagio group, you probably saw me post about that. They don't sell those anymore. And just some tea tools I keep down in here. So that's what's in there. This is the Umi tea set, Yixing teacup I keep there. And that just has some pins, trinkets, ring holder, just things like that. They get dusty and I don't clean it. And then in here, I find these everywhere at Goodwills and resale shops. And these are good for Gongfu brewing or teapots, but they always say like made in India on them. I don't know if this one's gonna say it, but they're really pretty. They're hand carved and they're ornate, and they're perfect for, you know, keeping your desk or tabletops, you know, from getting damaged. So I have a whole bunch of those in there. And like I said, I just have writing stuff. I have a little mini fridge, pens, things like that. And of course my stuff often comes over to my boyfriend's side, over to his desk. So that is pretty much a review. I think I have one other space to show y'all. Going deep into the depths of my closet, this is probably the most embarrassing. This is my boyfriend's gun safe. And these are all tea trays. Different assorted trays that I have collected. There's still 2 more on the bed. And then I have some, I'm redoing all my makeup and stuff. And they continue down here. So, yeah. Did I want my collection to get that big? No, I did not. But it is what it is. And Stephanie's always talked about on Tealy Project, like how embarrassing it is how much tea she actually has. And I got to thinking, girl, you don't even know. Teaware, it just happens, like shopping sales and things like that. And I'm always thinking, oh, I got to get that. You know, it's going to go away. And then you just end up with so much. You don't drink it all and you kind of get overwhelmed. So I really haven't been buying that much tea lately. I am trying to drink down a lot of what I have. I even have extra tea on the bed because I've been rearranging. So I've got a Yixing clay pot in there. I just got in this new Gaiwan, and I've got this little tray. Some Adagio white tea. I've got some tea cakes, some more Savoy came in. Some more Adagio collection. So, yeah. It's always a struggle, but this is a real look. Honest tea collection. We should hashtag that, your honest tea collection. And this is kind of my space that you guys will see me filming and everything. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't judge me. I'd love to see you guys' collections. Everyone have a blessed day. I'll see y'all in the next episode.